You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Brianna Turner. My goodness, this is going to get rather messy for the Indiana Fever, I'm afraid. I think it's already gotten messy in the last week. She wasn't even on the team one day, and she's firing off massive shots across the fandom. And it's kind of amazing, right? At the end of the day, the Indiana Fever and the WNBA is a business, okay? An actual business that's supposed to be in the business of making money, all right? And you would think part of that would be knowing your demographics of your fandom, of your state, and what exactly that looks like, if I'm just keeping it real, when it comes to making some personnel decisions. Now, do I think politics should be brought in to making personnel choices? No. That's provided you know the player is not going to come in with a flamethrower and just start scorching everything in their path. Now, look, it doesn't get much more liberal than CNN. This is CNN right here, right? Well, this is the presidential election results. All right, this is 2024 right here, and everybody can see it. That would be a popular vote win, by the way. And this is Indiana, all right? Donald Trump won Indiana by a fraction under 600,000 votes. I mean, what? Really? Seriously? Yeah. A fraction under 600,000 votes. And do the math, right? Iowa, of which you know there are a lot of Iowa fans that are fans of a team that plays here in Indiana. How about a 227,000 vote difference? All right, between Trump and Kamala Harris. It wasn't close. All right, we're talking about a combined 800,000 freaking votes, for crying out loud, right? But the Indiana Fever, Stephanie White, brought in this player, and I am floored that the team said didn't literally say, look, we're worried about winning championships. We're not worried about making political statements. We're not going to make political statements. We're a league that's never turned a profit, and we've got a, to quote Kingpin and Bill Murray, Big Earn, we're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels, all right? Nothing can stop it. The Indiana Fever is literally the one franchise that could count on printing money for probably the next 10 to 12 to 15 years, as long as Caitlin Clark's part of this team, right? But yet they went and signed a very progressive, radical activist, folks. Now, I don't know how else to say it, but that's what Brianna Turner is. Whether anybody wants to hear that or not, I don't know. But that is what she is. This is the kind of speak right here you hear from a very, very radical left-wing pundits, all right? So embarrassing that this content comes from the official White House account. I had to triple check to make sure it wasn't a parody profile. Nasty work even for this administration. Well, number one, the people in the very state that you're playing ball in now voted for this. This is the illegal alien deportation flight. Let's just play it. I'll turn the sound down a little bit. But this is them putting illegal immigrants into shackles. Guess what? I voted for this. I've got no problems with it. If you do not want to be deported in this country, then come in legally. Obtain your legal American citizenship and you won't have to worry about it. And I dare say that while technically a lot of illegal immigrants aren't worried about this because they might not be criminals, they're going after the hardcore criminal right now to get them out of the country. So I can't help but believe that when Brianna Turner decides to dog out something like this, then that tells me she is in support of some things. The killer of Laken Riley in Georgia. Would we like to go there? I mean, there's a lot of different ones. And you're advocating for these people to stay in the country. I don't understand. I don't. And I believe that's why it was such a landslide. Make no mistake, a ton of people on the left voted for Trump. That happened because leaning left was no longer good enough for the Democratic Party. There was too many people that think just like this now Indiana Fever player that is now headed into the locker room, and she's going to burn this locker room down. I mean, there's no way. There will not be peace in this fandom during the season as long as things like this keep coming out from this player. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. People like me are not fixing to shut up. I can tell you that. That's not going to happen. All right? Look, I don't care what her political ideals are, but Stephanie White just preached to us about locker room culture. Just yesterday, I did a video on it. Really? You think that post aligns with that fan base? It's weird. I mean, there's a world, and I'm not sure the Indiana Fever understand this. All right? Because I think they've decided Caitlin Clark trumps anything that could happen. No, one of your players could say something or do something so radical that, yeah, all of your new fans turn the TV off. That's possible. And they just landed a new media rights deal. The advertisers are going to be sitting around, staring around, looking at all the networks that paid this money, and they're going to be like, what happened to all the fans that was watching? Oh, our bad. We blew it because of a horrible business decision to bring somebody like that in. That's baffling to me. There's got to be something that gives the Fever some kind of knowledge about who the majority of their fan base is now. 4,000 in attendance to 16,000 in attendance. Who do you think makes up the 12,000? Is it 70, 80% of people that is against that kind of rhetoric? My gut feeling is, yeah, it is. Man, this activist has come to the Indiana Fever and is taking a flamethrower to the franchise. And I'm going to tell you what I'm concerned about. I have a sneaking suspicion, and I hope I'm wrong, that the Indiana Fever is going to come out and slam fans just like me. I'm worried about that. And that's going to be a business deal breaker. You've already got fans feuding with other fans now. Yeah, we're not going to ignore things like this. Not going to. Tell me what you think. Wow. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.